Dear God, please bless this podcast today. Please bless all the energies and all the spirits that come today. Make sure that everyone can be true self and vulnerable to be open and honest today. Make sure that, please don't let the camera die. Let us keep going. Let us get through it with no stumbles and no hiccups. Let us just get all the energy and things that we need to talk about.
Hey y'all, welcome to episode 7 of Shop Talk Podcast. Today I have a very dear friend of mine on this episode. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hey y'all, I'm NAIR. Today I'm NAIR, so y'all won't get NAIR. I'm a pro makeup artist in Philadelphia. I'm a creative director, and I have my own talk show.
Period.
I can't tell you the name yet, but
I was going to say, wait, get into it.
yeah, I don't tell you the name yet, but it's just me and my friend. She does makeup as well, and we're just getting into who we are and talking about real life stuff. So today, I'm on Diamond's podcast, and we're going to talk about real stuff.
Period. So first we're going to get into many topics because I'm pretty sure people are wondering why I stopped dropping, what's going on. Y'all know I'm very transparent, so I'm going to give you a little insight of everything, but it don't even matter because I'm big.
Yeah.
First we're going to start talking about relationships and different types of relationships.
Yes.
For me, all relationships aren't like really on the same. I don't hold all relationships on the same level.
Spectrum?
Yeah, I don't. Do you?
No, I don't. I don't know. I like to categorize my people because I can't be the same person I can be around everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe that's where it differs for me because I feel like, you know how you got friends, or let's talk about friendships. You know how you got friendships where it's like, all right, if it's time to party, I know I can call this friend. But if I'm sad, I can't call her.
That's categorizing.
I don't like that.
But that's just because it's levels to friendship. Like, it's not about how long you knew somebody or how. It's all about how much they respect you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
you could be friends with somebody that you feel like cannot give you the same amount of friendship that you're able to give them. You okay with that?
I feel like your party friends are just your party friends. They know that they're party friends because that's all you gotta do is party. You know what I'm saying? So all your friends aren't gonna be the same person. You may not be the same person to me that I am to you. And that's okay.
Well, that's decent.
Because
that's
we're different kind of
mature.
friends. We're different kind of friends though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you handle things different than I may handle things, and we have to understand it because all of us feel different. We have a different perception on things.
Yeah.
It's just different.
So how do you feel about if that friend is not the friend that you can call on? Like, you can call on that friend for a party, but you can't call them when things are rough or sad. But that person can call on you for everything. So they're pouring all of their things into you, but you can only give them a quarter because they're just your party friend. How do you go about that?
Me personally, my friends that I just partied with never really call me on that type of time.
Oh, well, that's a balance then.
Yeah, like my friends that I just partied with, we never really sit and talk about that.
Right.
I don't really have people like that anymore. Like I used to have people that we only party, but now it's like different. Like we were just talking about on our last episode about friendship and stuff, and we were saying how it's different levels to friendship, and I was saying like how when you my sister, it's a different level. Like that's when we really locked in. You really like when you my cousin, we cool, but when you my friend, when you my friend, it's like I socialize with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's my friend from work. That's my friend.
So your friends are like, your friends and associates are kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I have people that's like, oh, she's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my friends, that's really my friends, that's my girls, that we know is locked in. It's like they are my sisters, so it's a different kind of feeling. I don't have to call you friend because we're not friends.
Right.
We are friends.
No, yeah, but I get it.
You know,
It's
a little deeper.
Yeah, I get that. I just don't. Maybe like as I'm getting older, And maybe because, I don't know, because you love hard too.
Yeah.
But I love hard, and I just feel like if you're not able to give me what I'm able to give you, I kind of don't want you around me.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that because I am one of the strong ones that I'm never really going to come to you with a whole bunch of issues anyway.
Yeah.
But you're not going to keep pouring everything for me, and then my cup empty. And then when it's time for you, it's like I can only come to you when it's time.
The people that just call me for like stuff like that, I stop answering. Those are my friends.
That's what, for party or for
just like to like, all right, you're just partying to me, but you want to pour everything to me. It's like I can't do that because
and then I be feeling bad. I be feeling like, what if God
I don't want to know
put me
people's
here
business
to help you?
But I don't want to know people's business. Like it's like when it's my close friends and we going through our stuff and we trying to help each other grow and not like bash each other on stuff. It's different, but girl, I don't want to know about. I don't want to know about it.
Right.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know about it. It's like you should have a friend for everything, and you should have friends that okay, Diamond and Jade.
Mm-hmm.
I feel both the same way, but y'all are my friends in a different way.
Yeah.
I love both of you, but it just I don't know. I have all different kind of friends, so I feel like with me, my friend group is kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
Like I have people that do all kind of crazy stuff, and their personalities are so big and they shine so bright. It's like I don't know. I have a good friend group.
I think I have a pretty good friend group as well. I just feel as though I'm always looking at it like I'm not gonna bother anybody, and I'm talking about down times. Like I kind of feel like I'm not gonna bother anybody with my stuff because I be knowing what they got going on.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think like that. Like, do this person have the mental capacity for me to call them and pour into them before, I do so? No, people don't think that. They just do it.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up.
I feel like we should have weekly checks where we check on our friends.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like
or weekly like meets, like one day or maybe even once a month.
And I feel like people should ask that question before like, do you have time to listen?
Yeah.
Are you open to listen? Are you able to listen? Do you have enough mental space in you without your own stuff?
Right.
Listen to my problem.
Yeah.
I might not need nothing big. I just might need you to listen.
Right.
And that's where I feel like sometimes friends overstep boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Like relationships are, because you have relationships with your siblings, you have relationships with your cousins and your mom and your friends, and then you get a relationship with a boyfriend. It's like you're trying to be all these different type of people.
You're wearing all these hats.
It's like all these masks. That's what it is. You can call it a hat. I call it a mask because it's like when we don't remember who we are and sit back, and we won't go into that later, but when we don't remember who we are and sit back and we can't see ourselves anymore, we can't recognize because we are absorbing all these energies around us, you just gotta determine the relationships that's around you. Like, I feel like the older we get, the more we like, it's like, if you don't understand, I'm gonna show you why you need to understand.
Right. That makes sense. So how do you feel about that with like a romantic relationship?
I don't know. I feel like romantic relationships are like,
Let me ask you this.
Tell me what you were saying. You saying, do I feel the same way as like the categorize?
Yeah.
I feel like yes. Only because I'm not gonna be the same person I am around my
Yeah, but say for instance, like, your significant other probably most likely knows what you're going through before anybody else is, if y'all stay together, because it's like you can't even hide that. It's no mask, no hat that you can put on because they're around you 24/7, or even not even 24/7. When you go home is your comfort.
Yes.
Home is where you unwind. It's like, all right, I don't gotta be strong here. I don't gotta do this. I don't gotta do that. So
I take my head off. My hair is like this.
Yeah. So it's like they want to know.
Yes.
So it's like if they can, how would it make you feel if, because of what I'm saying, basically like they would know everything firsthand, but that don't mean that they don't have their own stuff going on too.
So like with my relationship, I can only speak on what I go through. Like me and my boyfriend, we live together. So when I go through my stuff, he can feel me crying.
Yeah.
Like he comes in the room like, what's wrong with you? What did they do to you?
Right.
Like and he be like, man, I told you to stop. I don't know why you're letting them make you cry. You're being weak. And it's like, I
I feel like the words sometimes be a little like, bro, like,
Right.
like I don't want to hear that right now. I'm angry. See what's wrong with me. See what's really wrong with me. I don't need you to be like F them right now. Like, figure out why I am the way I am. I'm in distraught.
Well, yeah, a lot of guys, they don't know how to, even if they're emotional guys, they don't know how to put into words
Yeah.
to dissect it's just like, you keep doing the same thing, you keep fucking with these people,
Yeah.
and it's like, how many times you want me to say it?
Yeah.
A female can repeat something a million times, and we will keep repeating it until you ready.
Yeah.
A guy will be like, I'm not gonna keep saying this shit.
Like, he's like, I told you last time. I don't know what you want me to do this time.
Yeah.
I feel like with your partner though, because your partner knows every part of you, because y'all in there, especially when y'all live together, it's different from a friendship. Like friendships, especially like, are we gonna do friendship and like siblings and cousins?
Yeah.
It's different. It's a different. First of all, y'all already connected. However you're connected.
Yeah.
That's number one. So it's a different energy. And then, especially at the age we're at, like I'm 25, you're 20. However,
I'm 26, I forgot.
you might but
Alright.
at this time, we're trying to figure out who we are. Like we're breaking things that we grew up with, like childhood trauma and all of that stuff. So it's like you're building your own family.
Yeah.
You're building your own start. This is your own. I came from something that someone built. So it's like now it's my
time
turn to build my own.
I was just talking about that. Like literally, the family that you create it becomes your immediate family. Like when you grow up, it's your mom, whoever's in your household. That's your immediate family. But when you get a certain age, you're starting to build your own immediate family, and people don't understand. I'm gonna get into that boundaries.
All right, because I was about to get into that. What I was about to say was we can get into that. I feel like sometimes your relationships outside of your significant other relationship, they kind of get, I don't want to say jealous, but you cannot give them as much attention or love or affection because you're building something. Like when you're building something, you have to cater to that. You have to get into that. And sometimes when people aren't going through the same thing and they don't understand that mentality, is like, girl, this is my man. Why do you think that I'm not going to go be with my man instead of being with you? We're not doing nothing. We just doing nothing. We laying. Girl, I don't want to lay in the bed with you. I don't want to lay on the couch with you.
But then your cousin or girlfriend is not the same kind of way to be.
It's not. Like,
it's
girl,
not the same.
I don't want to talk about Instagram. I don't want to do that.
Timing. That's a part of your building, of your actual.
Come on. People don't understand that sometimes you have to pause the relationships outside to make sure that your relationship inside is good. And that's where I feel like.
And I feel like the relationships outside, but for 9 times out of 10, way longer than what you're building. So we should already be locked in. What's the problem?
It should be solidified. We should be
What's the
good. If I go away for a little bit and I don't feel like hanging, you should understand. Damn, she's trying to get together. You shouldn't be mad at her.
And when we come back, it should be like nothing ever happened. I don't see it.
That's how I am. That's
why
why I don't think this is kind of like what we were talking about, but I'm gonna walk away. Like I will walk away from a situation or a friendship before I'm like, fuck you, bitch, or we doing all of this, and I don't want to do all that, bro. I don't want to cause turmoil to the relationship where we can't never come back from it. Like I'll just stop talking to you, act like you disappeared, act like we never met before, and I would just not speak to you and just fuck you. But
that's a superpower.
Thank you.
Cause I'm not like that
I've
at
been
all.
doing that for a long time.
I wish I would have started that years ago, but now that I'm older, it's even harder.
Yeah.
I love so freaking hard, and I would let a whole lot of stuff slide when I love you so bad. With friendships too, and I just feel like I would try to look past, give passes, make excuses for somebody that's not making excuses for themselves.
Do you feel like people do things to you because they just have this title, like, oh, I'm your mom, so I can, or I'm your cousin, or I'm your sister, so I can, you feel what I'm saying? In a relationship, they don't really, if it was somebody else to do it, they knew damn well they wouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a thing that I just don't like.
I don't like that.
Like family, they feel like they don't have, like you said, boundaries. They step over all the boundaries.
Do you have, alright, this is still the same topic, but kind of old. You know how, like, alright, we've been in our career fields for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of your clients become friends.
Yes.
So it's like, do you have that issue where it's like, alright, we call each other sis or boo or friend, whatever it is, but now you just think you can do what you want? Mm-hmm. Like, you're never showing up late and not paying. You're never, like...
No, my clients, I ain't gonna lie, my girls, they be respecting me.
And you're real outspoken. I don't like for nobody to be embarrassed.
Bitch.
You don't give a
I'm
fuck.
like, bitch, you was late. I'll be like, you like, come on, sit down. I'm
I just be
ready.
like, come on.
Be like, I'm ready, come on. I'm like, girl, I'm calling your phone, like, what's your ETA? Why you got me sitting here waiting for you? Now
Yeah.
you going overboard.
Yeah.
First of all, I ain't pulling out no names. We just gonna say, I had a client. This is my client. She's been my client for a long time. Love her to death. Cool girl. She was late 30 minutes to her appointment. She paid me the price. I said, oh no, this was your price. She like, oh my God. Whole time she's like, oh my God, Nair, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, it's cool. Like, and you know what I said to her? I said, I bet you won't be late again. Pay me my money.
No, I had a client. Literally, this was like last week. It was an hour late. And you know, like if I'm booked up, you definitely can't come because now like somebody else is here.
You know my
Nobody else was there.
You know my favorite thing? I love when they late like that. Because after the 10 minutes is $15. So now every 10 minutes is $15.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I'm like, you about to pay a whole nother phase.
You know, all that, I just was talking to myself like all that nice stuff really stops.
Yeah, because they don't respect us.
They don't.
And now it's at a different, or we talk about client friends, but we're not going to get into y'all too much, but it's at a different point where it's like, they be trying to become our friends so they can get like their treatment. But
Yeah.
That's not it.
Yeah, that's
You're my
funny.
client. And I love you as my client. You're my client.
Right.
That's the friends, my associate.
Right.
You're my, you know what I'm saying? And I have people
That's
that
cute.
yeah, you
That's
my
cute.
friend. I like what y'all. I love y'all. Like I make sure y'all look good. So I
No
know
real shit. Real shit. What was we actually talking about from? Because these clients just got me fucked up. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, we were talking about relationships, but let's jump into vulnerability.
Okay.
Being vulnerable. I feel like okay, how do you define being vulnerable? What's your examples or definition?
Well, it depends on to whom. Because, you know, all relationships, you're going to be vulnerable differently.
Well, talk about
So,
talk about all of them.
so me being my idea of being vulnerable to, like, family would be to ask for help. Because I never do.
Okay.
Just anything. And that doesn't happen with me often.
Yeah.
Because being as though I don't, when I do reach out and ask for help, and it could be the simplest thing. Like if I have an event or something and I need somebody to go pick up an extra pan of food from somewhere, and the answer is no, I really feel like fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I never asked for help. And these are, you know, majority of the people in my family do ask for my help. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always going to be there to help them if I can.
You should help me.
Why not? And it's the simplest things that's costing you nothing.
Yeah.
And it's even sometimes, you know what else I hate? I hate when I have to ask for help from somebody that's family or something, and I have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to pay you to help me? So, that's my
So
version.
you don't feel like, oh, but you don't charge anybody, so.
What?
For here?
Oh, no. Everybody pay for here.
So why would you not feel like you wear? Why would you feel like you wear?
I mean, me supporting your business or something like that, whatever you do to get your money.
Oh, you're
of
saying
course.
like if I take a
ask
picture
you,
of
if you on your way to my
$20,
house and I said, yeah. And like if I'm having an event, you
Girl,
know,
you
we
was
live in
never
networking
even-
events and shit.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, all right, you coming here anyway. Do you mind stopping at such and such to go pick up this? And it's like, I gotta be like, all right, I'll just pay you. I'll be like, give me $25. I think that's corny.
Yeah.
Because it's the same people that will literally call my phone and
Because they feel like
you want to
got
pay or you need to borrow something or whatever the case may be. And I'm always there for everybody. If I can stand it, you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really be too vulnerable with my family. So I don't really get too vulnerable with my family. When I do, it's like an explosion because I'm always holding everything, you know?
Yeah.
So I really don't really do that, but being vulnerable with friends, being vulnerable with friends, I honestly feel like I don't have that kind of relationship with most of my friends.
Yeah.
The vulnerability relationship I don't have with most of my friends, and it's not even their fault. It's probably my fault because I'm always, like I said, being the strong one. So I don't like to put extra baggage or anything onto my friends when I know they have their own shit going on.
Yeah.
So I don't really have that with my friends unless we're all just sitting here and we're just talking about it.
Yeah.
Then it's like, all right, I'm putting my two. I'm not secretive at all, but
Yeah.
I don't like to unpack my load onto anybody. Vulnerability vulnerability with my partner, I feel like that's where I'm most vulnerable. And that might be a problem because I don't talk to other people that much about so he gonna get everything.
Right.
And it might be too much
Right.
for him. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, guys, they aren't as vulnerable. Even with their partner, they'll tell them, but they don't want to look like a bitch. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm a man. So, you might be holding shit in when you could really tell me because I'm telling you
You're
everything.
supposed to be able to express
Each other,
how you
yeah.
feel.
But sometimes as a man don't feel that way. So, it might cause issues there because it's like, that's my only place of vulnerability.
Yeah.
You know, with my best friend, it's selective friends. Like, I can call you and tell you whatever. My best friend I can call and tell whatever, but I just feel like it's like a lot. It's not many areas.
Yeah.
Like, I can always call my mom, but even there, I be skeptical. She deal with a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And I just be like, I don't want to. If it get down to that point, and it's crazy because the people that always seem to, it's like y'all got fucking superpowers or something, that call me, I could be going through something, and in the middle of it, and it's like, one of y'all motherfuckers call me. And when I say y'all, because you was one of the motherfuckers that I just feel like,
I always do that with my friends. I feel like I got telepathy or something.
that should be crazy. And it just be like, wait.
I can feel y'all, like, it don't be no crazy shit, but it be like, let me call her. Like, y'all just pop in my head.
Yeah. And that's crazy. That happens. It's crazy because I don't even really get into it too much with my mom because I be feeling like she be going through a lot. Only time my mom will get the spill of everything when I explode.
Right.
So I don't even think that we would have that
Cause
connection.
you don't
like
call your mom until it's all.
Or
I'm
that's
not
it.
calling my mom.
I
I gotta call
can't.
my mom at the end.
I call my mom when it's no other choice. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, Mom, they done irritated me.
Yeah, when it's too bad. Like me and my mom, I like to build with my mom. I like to be my mom's laughter because my mom don't have friends.
Right.
So I be feeling like when she call me, she get it all off on me. And I be like, girl, like, I don't want to give her nothing back because at the end of the day, I'm her friend, but I'm her child. She still gonna look at it like, damn, I gotta do something. Now that's another piece of baggage on her. I just don't want that. So I just feel like for her to have those little instances, maybe because she is my mom, but she be doing that too. Just call me and be like, you alright? And I be like, yeah. Like,
And she your mom.
I know, but that's weird. I don't feel like me and my mom, I don't feel like growing up, my mom had that.
She had you. She
Yeah, I know, but
in her that thing when you.
But it's so crazy that I'm just now at this big age feeling it. When I was younger, maybe because she was doing so much trying to secure and make sure that everything was going to be good, but I didn't feel like we
Now
had
she's
that
more
connection.
aware.
Yeah, I didn't feel like we had that connection where if something was wrong, she just would call like, Dom, what's going on? Now it's like she literally does that. Like, she called me fucking earlier.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't answer. And I called her back like, yeah. I called her back like this. She called a couple times. I'm like, hello? She's like, put your face in the camera. What's wrong with you? I'm like, huh? Like, how do you know
like,
that?
I'm calling you like, I'm about to get it. I'm like, girl, I'm getting myself together. Girl, answer this phone.
That was weird as shit. That was crazy.
But yesterday.
Yesterday, everything. Like, everything. That's not the first time that happened.
I know.
That's so weird. That's
Alright,
so
let me
weird.
define vulnerability.
Good.
Okay, so vulnerability with family, I feel like I'm the oldest of my mom's children, so I'm like the one that like tries to spread like all the happiness, all the joy. It's like, okay, come on, we're not having such a bad day. We might have had a bad moment. Like I'm like that because I gotta keep my siblings together. But I feel like I try to be like this big. I feel like I'm not really as vulnerable as I should be with them. I feel like I put on this like strong suit so I can look like, you know, everything's going on, even when I'm going through some fucking shit. But I gotta make sure they're cool because when I be going through stuff, I like to pour into them because when I leave, they gotta make sure that they still moving around.
Right.
And I'm leaving old, like 80, like they younger than me. So I gotta make sure that they still moving around and understanding.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had different levels. So everybody I can't cry with. Everybody, I can live for everybody, but everybody I can't cry with. So it's like, I think I'm most vulnerable with my friends. Honestly, I feel like, especially when we can sit and talk and when we are going through things, and sometimes you and the people that you are around, you'll kind of have similarities. You'll have to because you're around each other.
Right.
You'll like something. So even if it's bad things and trauma, like at least we can sit and talk and nobody's bashing because everybody's on the same boat. We all here and we all just floating together trying to find out like JK.
You?
Seriously.
I love it.
We just all floating like the boat is not thinking. There's nowhere in the boat, but we just gotta make sure we got it secured. You have to have a good support system. And I feel like my friends, the friends that I have now, we can sit and talk about anything. If I'm having a bad day, if I'm having a good day, I can call and do that. If my day was bad earlier and now I'm in a better mood, I like friends like that. If we go back and forth and no one is judging, no one is like, I don't pour into my friends. But sometimes I try to, y'all gotta hear it right now. I'm irritated and let me tell you why.
Right.
So I feel like I have good people around me that accepts that because I don't bring it to them as often.
Yeah.
So when I do bring it to them, they always have a good listening ear. And they always give me good advice. I don't have like F him friends. It's like, well, what was the situation? Why was it like that? What happened? What led to it? And it helps you understand that maybe I wasn't wrong. Maybe he wasn't wrong. Maybe we just both misunderstood. Yeah. And that's important.
Right.
Now, in vulnerability in a relationship, I feel like my relationship now, this is the most vulnerable I've ever been. I walk around like how the mom be butt naked in the house. Vulnerable, y'all. You see everything, like, and it be like, some days I don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Some days I don't want to be heard. Some days I don't want you looking at me. But they see all of you, and even if you want to be vulnerable, even if you don't, they're gonna see it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's important to get comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable, that's not your person. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Your partner should be able to be every version of yourself. Even if you're a weirdo, they want to fucking watch anime at late night and nobody knows.
Right.
That's your business, and your partner may catch you, and they should not judge you. They should just accept you for who you are.
Right.
So I feel like vulnerability. I'm wrong. I'm most vulnerable in my relationship with my partner because it's everything.
Yeah.
And I feel that.
I feel like I was really getting ready to say, because I really think that if everybody, if you've been with your partner for a good amount of time, that has to be, because that's where you guys share the most vulnerable thing, which is home. Like, home is where you're supposed to be most vulnerable. But
Yeah.
so, do you have a story off bake where you were like most vulnerable? People always think vulnerability always mean like sad, cry.
All right,
And that's
so
not really always it.
let me tell y'all, vulnerable. Sorry, okay, I can use my example from yesterday. So, I was mad because I'm gonna just make it real sweet. My boyfriend, he didn't order me food because I was asleep. But I'm like, boy, I was only asleep. I wasn't dead. You could have ordered me food. He's like, you want it in the microwave? Boom, boom, boom. I was vulnerable enough to. I was angry a little bit at the beginning. I woke up from my nap and I was angry, and I had to just take myself back and just speak to myself and say, "Scenario, it's not that deep. It's just food."
Yeah.
But it was still the principle, like, why wouldn't you give me food if I'm just in the bed asleep?
Right.
Like, I was only asleep, I wasn't dead.
Right.
You could have got me food, I could have ate it when I woke up. But I was vulnerable enough to understand his perspective on it. He was like, why would you want food in the microwave? I could order you food when you wake up, it would have been fresh. But I wasn't seeing it like that. I feel like in your relationship, you have to, this is with all your relationships, you have to be able to speak to your people and the conversation just flow. This is how I felt, this is why I felt like this. I may have understood what you were putting out because I didn't perceive it that way. I didn't understand it that way.
Yeah.
And we should be able to talk about it and move on from it.
Right. I had a similar situation. I don't even remember what the conversation was about, but it's like if you're already in this funk and one thing might trigger you or something, it's like I said, my partner is my safe space. My partner is where I'm most vulnerable. So I feel like if I'm already in this funk and you know I'm in this funk, you shouldn't say shit to piss me off.
Yes.
You should just add to me to help me get out of it. And if you don't, I have a problem. So anything that you say is going to be a problem. And when I'm already at the peak of my explosion, it could be a fucking red juice right here. And if you say it's blue, I'm a snake.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why are you trying to play with me? So something like that similar just happened between me and my partner. And I lost it. I just felt like I was crying. I was like hysterical. It was just ridiculous. But I had to take a step back and was like, I went back and I apologized. Like, I didn't mean to come off like that. But it's not really a but. Because anything like after but is like you basically erasing the first sentence.
Being able to apologize is a form of vulnerability.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was my form of vulnerability because I was like, listen, I just need a couple seconds because I feel like if I talk about this right now, I'm going to cry again. You're not going to say the right thing. I'm going to get riled up again, and then I'm going to be apologizing again. Yeah. So I just think I need to take a step back, and I think that you need to just probably take a step back too to try to understand me so that you can help me get out of this. Yeah. That's basically what that was about. But I also feel like that was my way of being vulnerable too, but I'm also a listener. I was listening to like a podcast on Instagram. I don't know the name of it, but they was like, you have to want a certain man, you have to be willing to be the woman to talk to the man that you want all the time.
Yes.
Even when you're angry, even when you're sad, whatever, like talk to him with respect all the time. It don't matter how you feel or what he say, or make sure that you talk to him like that all the time because you can't just say that you want a certain type of man, but you don't even treat him like that kind of man.
Yeah.
So when I thought about that when I snapped, that came in my head like, you was dead wrong. And I may not have even been 100% wrong because you might really been intact.
But it could have been.
But I could have talked to you better. Yeah, I could have talked to you better. So I still apologize. But
yeah, that's good.
And I was just like, I don't think that, it shouldn't be that way. But I don't know. It just got weird. But that was my vulnerability. That was my part of vulnerability. But I want to get into a little bit of communication and trust in every relationship, not just romantic. You can start.
Okay, so I feel like, so I'm gonna just put siblings and friends together because, girl, I feel like in those situations, nothing should be repeated back to me. Nothing should be repeated to anyone else. If I speak to you and I'm vulnerable enough to open up and let you in on what's going on with me and you spreading it all around the whole world with everybody, I'm not going to want to be around you. I'm not going to want to be here for no more, and it always comes back. They said everything that happens in the dark shall come to light, okay? Hold up. We're not going to, it's going to come back. So, that, but my mom always also told me, don't tell people stuff you don't want repeated.
Right.
So sometimes we be so worried about, oh, well, they're in my business. Like, if you never told them your business,
right,
they wouldn't even know.
Right.
But then it goes back to like, why do I have to keep this bottled up if these are my friends?
It goes back to vulnerability.
Support system.
Yeah.
So it's like the trust. Once trust is broken one time with me, I ain't gonna lie, I might give you another time because I'm like, all right, maybe you didn't, like I said, the perception thing. Maybe you didn't understand it how I understood it.
Or didn't even mean it that way.
Yeah. But I took it in a way, and I'm like, girl, I can't trust you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be around you. I can't really bank with you because you're no good for me. And you did something that made me feel weird.
Right.
And I don't like feeling weird in my friendships. Like, I should be able to, if it's a like leery feel in the air, I want to be able to, we can speak on it and get it out the way. All the other stuff, holding it in and being mad about it, going and calling 5 people and saying this is how I felt, and then you're coming back to me with this feeling. It's weird. Like,
it is.
I feel like as friends, we should be able to communicate. As sisters, we should be able to communicate. As cousins, we should be able to communicate.
Yeah.
And not in a way where somebody got to get riled up and start cursing and we got to be B words or nothing. Like, it should just be like, this is how you made me feel. I don't like that. I don't want you to do that to me anymore. I don't accept stuff like that. I don't treat you like that. Don't treat me like that.
Right.
It's like, I feel like people are so stuck in that. I posted a post yesterday. It was a lady, she was saying, people are so stuck with this is who they are. Like, I've been like this all my life.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to change.
Right.
It's okay to be different. It's okay to be new. We're not here to be the same people. Like,
exactly.
What is going on? I think it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
I think people are just, I don't know. Now, communication and trust with your partner, I feel like you should be able to talk to your partner about anything. Anything, babe. Let me tell you what happened today.
Right.
And they should be able to bounce back and forth in and out with you. Like Diamond said, that's your home, so that's your peace. So you should be able to be open to that. Trust, if it ain't no trust, I don't want to be in a relationship.
Right.
I gotta trust you. Now, if you lie and say you're gonna buy something, like you're gonna buy the toilet tissue next week and you don't fucking buy the toilet tissue, then I'm gonna say something to you. I feel like when you're in a relationship, sometimes people be so stuck in the ways that they were before they got with you that you have to like train them.
Do you feel like that's with men or with women?
I feel like it's with both. I feel like I've never been with you before.
Right.
I don't know how to treat you. I don't know how to be with you. I don't know how to love you. I don't know how to understand it. And I feel like so many people don't want to take that time out to do that with their partner. And it sucks.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of stuff don't last. Because it's like, oh, well, this is just, no.
But even if you, like you said, with that person, because even if you've been in a long-term relationship and then you get with somebody else, it's like, I'm used to relationships, but that don't mean that this relationship is identical or even similar to the last relationship. So I might not know how to comfort you, to be there for you. So that's the stuff that you gotta learn.
Yeah.
That are willing to learn that though.
Yeah.
Well, from experience and from me listening to, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
woman is more likely to learn.
I feel like men always have this strong suit, like, I'm the man. Like, this is my really, like, it's like, bro, we have to bounce back off each other.
Right.
Like, I had a client, and she was saying, like, they were going to a baby shower, and they like when they 40s or whatever, but she was saying, like, how her husband wanted to wear these jeans, but she was like, no, you're wearing pants. Like, we're going to be dressed up. It's business casual. You're 47.
Right.
So it's like women have to be that check, and women don't know how to be that check. Like, they say it in the way, like, you're not, like, it's so aggressive.
Yeah, it's the way you talk to him.
Yeah.
You cannot want a certain man and talk to him crazy.
Yes. Like,
Because then he gonna talk to you crazy, and then you gonna be looking at him like he crazy when you started it.
yeah. And women start a lot of stuff. And then men just react to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it becomes a habit because they keep repeating the same thing.
Yeah, like when women be getting their ass beat. A lot of times they be the abusers first.
Yes, and they do be. You want to talk about that?
I'm the abuser.
Ooh.
It's like, no. It's like, no. I have definitely hit a male before, but that's not okay. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
Because
really
you want
not
somebody to
okay.
the fuck out, then you're gonna be crying.
I feel like women start, and then because the man is stronger, they get this like victim role. But it's like, bro, it's like,
Yeah.
don't hit nobody.
Domestic
if you don't
violence
want
is
to get
domestic
hit.
violence, no matter who it's
Yeah.
coming from. It don't matter if her hit felt like a
And
pet.
women took. Now I'm not saying it's men out there that just go off of being provoked and don't just start. I'm not
No, it's men that start
But
too,
I'm talking about
definitely.
the ones that are being provoked. Like, in a relationship, that's another thing with trust. Like, you should not feel like you have to put your hands on me.
Yeah.
Like, that's breaking trust.
Yeah.
It shouldn't get to a point where you're so mad that you gotta put your hands on me.
Right.
I'm not busy sometimes.
It's because when you get to a certain level of mad.
Do you feel like that comes with like childhood trauma though? That's what I feel. I feel like, alright, this is just me. Back in the day when your mom used to feel how she felt and she would say something, she would say it, and pop you. So it's like, you're getting on my nerves. All I know, break your response to get on my nerves, I'm gonna pop you. And I pop real hard. Bang, right in the mouth.
Like, that's not your
I
son.
don't care. Don't be disrespectful.
I'm crying.
Like, I'm not a puncher. I'm not gonna punch you. I'm not doing
I'm a
nothing.
puncher.
I'm gonna punch her later. But I'm
I
not
don't know why I'm like that
I'm gonna punch
because
you in your right here.
I don't recall, like, you know how, like, back in the day, like, people used to really get beaten.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall that.
Getting punched.
Punched, popped, and, like,
Really?
none of that. So I don't really know.
You probably.
I just got anger issues. Like,
I was about to say,
when
you
somebody
probably-
insult my intelligence,
Mhm.
and I feel like you playing with me, stop fucking playing with me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But
I don't know. I feel like
I don't think I
women
like
shouldn't
that
put their
either.
hands on men, and men shouldn't put their hands on women.
for sure.
I feel like in a relationship, that shit fucks the relationship up.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's like, it's a scary feeling. Like, why would I want to be around somebody that, bitch, we ain't no slaves?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You never know with somebody.
Men be insecure.
Women do too.
Yes, women be insecure, so. They do.
Women do too.
I can
All right.
say that.
Let me get into my trust and relationships and
Go ahead.
Well, you kind of covered it. I ain't gonna lie. So you kind of covered the trust thing and communication. The only thing I wanted to add to communication is to friendships with communication. This is off of experience because most of my friends I've been friends with for a long time.
Yeah.
So I feel like certain things, excuse me, I think I said this on another episode. Certain things I feel like I shouldn't even have to communicate. You know my body. Like if somebody come to you and say, "NAIR, that was saying your best thing."
Ooh.
You should fucking laugh at them.
I'm like my best thing.
What she
But
said,
I heard
like, like, I don't expect you to call me and be like, "Bitch, why would you say that somebody, tell somebody that my best thing?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know my body, you
like,
like never want to talk about you.
I wanted to like, why the fuck somebody just call me and say da da da? Not, oh, let me tell you how. No, I'm like, bitch, what's going on? Hold on, this bitch up on my best thing.
Yeah, like I
probably won't even call you. I probably reach out to you like, bitch, let me tell you how I saw such and such.
let me tell you how is good. When you be like, or if somebody be like, you said.
Yeah, I'm like, let me tell you how. Yeah, not you said.
You said it's like questioning me super crazy.
Girl, wait a
it's
minute.
like, bitch, we've been friends for too long. Come on with the bullshit.
I don't.
And
I feel like it be people stirring the pot.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if you and your friend are locked in to a certain extent, it's no fucking pot to stir.
But that's where it's like, again, with the different kind of friends.
Yeah, and that's my problem because I hold all my friends to the same.
But all your friends are not the same people.
Well, I can't even say that. I don't.
No,
But the friends that I hold dear,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say that because I really hold all my friends dear.
I know what
But
you're saying.
yeah, I can't really explain it. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm. She don't know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Like my friends, that's why when some shit go down, it's like I don't even
Yeah,
know.
you love them all
Even
the
if we
same.
talk about it, I don't even think it's ever gonna be the same because how dare you? Bitch, you know me for real.
Yeah.
How dare you think some shit like that about me? That's how I am about my friends. But in relationships, I feel like trust, all the same shit that you said. But I do even want to add for relationship trust. Relationship trust is a little different because you can say one thing. It don't even have to be like a physical thing that you do for trust. If you say one thing and it's wrong, you could say something. I can't even explain it. You could say one thing and you ever had like a relationship trigger? Like you know some shit like, alright, this is really never about a female, but this is just an example.
Yeah.
Let's say you and your nigga, we in a golf room right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you and your nigga said, oh, me and my ex used to always go golfing. And you feel like that. Now it's like, bitch, I hate golf. Like, don't bring that, like,
Yeah.
why the fuck
Why
you keep wanting to go
wanna bring
golfing?
it up?
Why you keep wanting to
Why
bring
does she
it up?
gotta come up?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, triggers like that. So, like, you could say one thing, and you could be mad when you say it, but I really feel like words in a relationship is some shit you can't take back.
I feel like,
So if you say one thing to me, and now forever everything gonna be a trigger, it brings trust issues. That's my input on
no, I understand. but
trust on
I was
relationship.
saying, I don't know, because I forgot what I was about to say to her.
And then relationship communication, I feel like is absolutely key, but it's the absolute hardest thing. And I feel like it's the hardest because, well, maybe it might just be the hardest for my situation because even if you communicate, you can literally communicate, I'm transparent with the world. So it's not too many things that somebody can go say and I'm gonna be terrified if the public know about it. I don't really care. Okay, so I'm not a secretive person. So me being like that, I just feel like, I don't know if communicating.
Do you feel like
with
you
my-
gotta sugarcoat it a little bit more because it's your partner?
I don't feel like I do.
Mm.
But sometimes I feel like it's probably what's best. And I don't know how to sugarcoat when I'm talking to my partner because, again, that's my most vulnerable place. I should be able to come to you raw and uncut.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to sugarcoat. Sometimes it might need a little sugar. And I don't got it.
Yeah.
So it might come off crazy. So then me communicating might come off wrong
But
or
is that
something.
something that you feel like you should work on, or do you feel like this just me take me as
No, I don't feel like it's me taking me as I'm always willing to change. I just feel like when it comes to certain conversations, and if it's something about you that I want you to be aware of, then I might sugarcoat it because I don't want to come off like I'm bossing you.
Like, or say if you tell your partner something already, and the last time you told him, he reacted the way where it's like, oh, it was like a trigger, like you said.
Yeah.
The next time you had a conversation, the same kind of topic, are you going to go with a different approach?
Yeah, I would have to because I don't want him to come off the same way. And another thing with communication is a lot of times I don't know if it's just with me and my relationship, but I feel like a lot of times I might have to repeat myself.
Yeah.
Why do I have to keep repeating myself? Because now it's looking like I'm nagging.
Yes,
And nobody wants a nagging ass bitch. I don't want to keep on having to repeat myself and say the same thing or keep coming to you because 9 times out of 10, every day you're going to get a different side of vulnerability from this.
Yes.
And every day I'm going to feel different. So it's like, damn, babe, all right, so today let me tell you. Every day you're going to get that. And I don't think that's bad because you're my partner.
Yeah.
And you should be able to do the same thing. But I just feel like if I got to keep repeating myself with something about, like, even if it's about like us or us getting better or working on something, if I got to keep repeating myself about something, you're going to look at it like this bitch is nagging.
Yeah.
Having a nagging ass bitch will literally take your nigga's attention to try to go talk to somebody else because it's like, I don't want to keep hearing this shit.
The nagging is annoying. The nagging annoys me. I don't
It
know.
annoys me for
I'm like,
I wanna shut
listen,
the
he
fuck up
just do
sometimes.
it.
I
I
wanna
don't
shut
have
the
to
fuck
say
up.
it again.
That's the
I don't wanna say
thing.
it again.
Yeah.
Why? I don't.
That's real shit.
All right, let's get into our next topic. So we're going to talk about understanding depression. I feel like all of us go through stages of depression, whether it's mild or severe. And I feel like a lot of people run away from it, try to like cope with it with different things, and it doesn't work for them because they get deeper into the depression. Like people that get depressed and look at alcohol, it's like or drugs. It's just like you're digging a deeper hole because once you get there, then those things are gonna make you think about what you're depressed about.
Right.
Honestly. But I don't know. I feel like depression with relationships. I'm gonna just start with friendships. We even did that already, so we're just gonna start there. Friendships and sisterhood, cousins. We won't put them all like we said. But those with your people, I feel like when you're going through your depression, you really, me personally, I like to go through it by myself. I'm the oldest of 5, and I really don't like it. Like I said, I don't like this to be looked at as weak. So like even as a child, like I would go and cry by myself, and that's something that I really still do now. I like to journal and stuff like that, but crying to myself is something that a lot of people see me cry.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. And when we cry, we gonna cry, and I'm gonna like my business. I'm like, I'm not crying. But it's like
That's your favorite thing to say.
that's my favorite thing.
Wow.
Because it's a defense mechanism. Because as a child, this is something that I did, and when people would come in the room, I'm not crying.
Yeah.
So I don't want nobody to see me crying.
Yeah.
But depression is real. And when you keep suppressing things and you don't heal things when they occur, or you don't heal things when your mind thinks about it, you just take a shot or you smoke some weed or you do all of that, it starts building. And it starts building, and the people that's around you, they may be depressed with the same thing. Sometimes you gotta go away from people.
Right.
I feel like when I was going through my stage of depression, I feel like solitude was the best thing for me. Like I got cats at the time, but they can't talk, so it's like I'm still by myself.
Yeah.
And being by myself, like I said, I'm the oldest of 5, and coming from a big household with my mom, my stepdad, the kids in there, is like being quiet in the space and only hearing my thoughts and understanding who I am. It was different for me. It was like, I don't know, I needed to go through it. I needed to understand who I was, because my name is Zenaria, and I done put so many masks on top of Zenaria that I'm trying to figure her out now as an adult. And we go through stuff. We do. I don't know. I feel like when you come out your depression, people stop liking you. It's like the people that's around you, when you're going through your depression, they're there with you, still causing turmoil you in. They know that you're going through stuff, and they just keep, like I said, we going out to eat, we drinking, we partying, it's like, I don't have no time to heal, I don't have no time to stop. If I'm depressed, why are we doing this? And when you come out of it and you go by yourself and you start figuring out yourself, it's like a shift, and people call that depression when it's really healing. Like you have to heal.
Right.
You have to go and learn who you are. How am I gonna love you if I don't love myself? How am I love anybody? I can't even give myself to anybody if I don't even know what I'm giving. I don't even know me.
Right.
So I just feel like I don't know, depression is a serious thing, and I feel like you have to go through it alone to understand it, because everybody's gonna give you their opinion on what you should do, but only you know what you should do. Only you know what's best for you.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like going through it by yourself and getting through it by yourself and trusting your journey. I feel like that's what people need to do. Trust their journey. And understand that you're not going to have a good day every day. You're not going to have a bad day every day. You might cry, you might need to cry for 2 weeks. But you have to be okay with it. You have to be okay with looking at yourself in the mirror and understanding who you are.
Right.
Not who everybody else thinks you are. Because once you understand and you feel comfortable with who you are, nothing and nobody else it don't matter. Nothing that they say matters because you're confident with who you are. Nothing they feel matters. It doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, next.
Yeah.
It's real. I feel like, I don't know. How do you feel about depression?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel because I feel like I am like coming up out of it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been plenty of times in my life where I should have been depressed
Yeah.
and I didn't. I didn't get depressed. I just kept it pushing. So I feel like all those times are catching up with me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how, that's a part of why I stopped recording, because I'm not fake. I can't put on a poker face and get on here and try to act like everything is what it is, and it's not. I was going through a lot, and you know, it just was a tough time. It was a tough time. So I'm coming up out of it, and I'm not sure right now I'm not really sure what depression, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it, like, I don't know. You know how you say you go through it alone?
Yeah.
I'm trying to go through it alone because, like I said, I don't be vulnerable with too many people.
Now, alright, let me just give you my example of depression. I feel depressed when I feel like I'm overworking and I don't have no time to myself to cater to myself. I feel depressed when I have 1,000 things going on in my head and I started things and I don't get them finished because I just talk myself out of it and I'm like, oh, well, I can find a different way to do this, or I feel depressed at times like this. Like I have freaking blush. I never did a job.
Right.
I feel depressed when when I know I should be in the space that I need to be in and I talk a lot of shit and then I don't do the work to get it done. That's why this year was one of them years where I was like, okay, Zanera, we have to do stuff that we said we were going to do.
Right.
And I'm doing stuff that I said I was going to do. And I'm proud of myself. I have to give myself the grace and the glory because I owe it to myself. I wake up every day with myself. I start understanding me more, like loving my freckles, loving my pores, loving my fat, loving my butt, my body. Like my hair, understanding who I am. Like I even wear earrings every day now. Like I just want to feel good.
Yeah.
You know? And I was tired of wearing that little bun. Like I hate the hat sometimes, but it's just, I don't know, we all go through transitions and it comes with a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like being in a relationship, sometimes we get depressed.
Yeah.
Especially when we like trying to be all that the person wants us to be.
Yeah, but you can't even really be all the person that you need to be for you sometimes.
Yes.
So it becomes a challenge. I don't know. With me, I just feel like this. I'm not claiming that depression shit. I'm not really going to claim that.
It's just
But whatever
moment.
I was downtime. Whatever downtime I was just going through, and I'm coming up out of, I feel like, and I don't mean to get religious because you're a Christian, right?
Yes, but I
I'm
understand.
So I don't mean to get like that, but I feel like whenever I'm not doing right by the law, and I feel like that's my homie. Like we have an understanding.
I feel like
I don't do everything I'm supposed to do. Nobody's perfect. My religion is, but I just feel as though like it was no one thing that triggered this downtime.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it was nothing but him. Like, you know what? I need to slow it down for her. Because every time I slow it down, that's when I remember, like, what am I doing wrong? And it's always prayer.
Yes.
And I just told you this earlier, but I'm gonna say it for the viewers. A lot of people, I was just talking to somebody, I don't remember who it was, but they was like, I don't want to keep running to God when things are bad. And I'm like, excuse me, he literally can make things go wrong in your life because he knows that's when you run to him.
Yeah.
So run to him. Like that's it. And he knows what's gonna happen. All of this is, everything is written. It's gonna happen anyway. So just do it. So I give great advice. Sometimes it's hard for me to take it because I'm just always a mile a minute. So literally the only thing I can say that caused my downtime, it was probably nobody but Allah. Nothing's happening now that doesn't always happen in my life.
Yeah.
And I know that it was probably that because everything hit hard full circle. Like I was like, my grandma been probably going for 3 years now. Not that I don't cry about it no more, but I laugh and smile about it more now than ever. My grandma, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? My grandma was older. You know what I'm saying? So
And
it's
life
like
happens.
life happens. So I was accepting. Yeah, I was accepting of it, but this past week, no, not even this past week. For like the past month, I really couldn't really stand. You know, I'm at the portrait in my house, walking past, looking at the portrait.
Because she probably feel like you gotta get up and do it.
It was like everything that was ever happened to me came back, like death, grief that I never dealt with. Everything was coming back to me, and it was like holding me down, giving me anxiety, panic attacks, making my chest tight, like all types of stuff. I'm in therapy, like I go to therapy twice a week. Like it's just a lot that took place, and I'm like, nothing. I couldn't pinpoint what the hell caused this. And then that's when I took a step back and was like, it ain't nobody but God. Like he just probably really need me to
have a conversation.
Yeah, and I talk to God every day. Like you can sit here and make dua, but I'll be alive if I say I pray 5 times a day. I don't. And I'll be allowed to say that I'm going to be perfect and do that still. But to acknowledge where you're wrong and try, that's all he's asking for. It's like some effort. Yeah. So I just was like, I'm willing to give that effort. Like, I need to do it because stress, anxiety, panic attack, that shit can cause a lot of, like, real health issues. And that's how I was feeling.
And I'm just your friend, so we're going to talk.
Yeah.
I feel like with you like...
Yeah, all over.
Yeah, like, I feel like if you just breathe sometimes and just think that the best is going to happen, like, you go to all the worst, like, oh my gosh, and it'd be like...
You know why? I be scared. It's like I be scared of, and I think that's a trauma, childhood trauma.
Yeah.
I be scared of the outcome of stuff. So I always think for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes when we speak it, we still bring it around.
Right.
Even if it's just a little
The tongue is powerful.
Yeah. Like we gotta watch what we say. I'm happy that you bring up the relationship with God because we talk about the relationship with everybody else. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are missing. Their word. Yeah, but being as though this might sound a little crazy. That's okay.
But being as though the rest of the relationships that you're talking about that you have with, it's like not answered. Question and response, like you can physically like hear what somebody is saying. So when you're talking to God, you have to get the answer through other ways because you just can't like really hear it.
But I be getting my answers.
Yeah, you get your answers either way. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people will not take that, not take it as serious, but you don't hold it. Yeah, and that's one thing about it though. Like I've never questioned anything with God. Like I just said, I feel like we here.
Yeah.
So when I start going through this, I'm like, hold on, what's going on? Like we talk daily, what's happening? But it's like just because we talk, like the same effort that you're putting into your relationship, the same effort that you're putting into your friendships, our relationships with everybody, the same effort you're putting into your business, into getting money, paying your bills, doing everything. Why are you not putting that same effort into God?
People are scared of it. And that's sad. I'm just saying though, people are scared of it. I talk to God. I talk to God every day. That's why I'm like, hold on. I thought we was cool. Pray. Listen, I'm praying just because I'm like, everybody I talked to today that was having like a bad day, I'm like, did you pray to God?
Yeah.
Better pray to God. You better talk to him.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're not going to call it depression, we're going to call it downtime, but what are some ways that you feel like you cope when you're going through your downtime?
Alright, so I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to lie. So I can't smoke during the day. That's why I literally just put on Twitter the other day. It was like, what do y'all do for anxiety? Because, like, I've literally had, like, anxiety attacks. And I be feeling like, I breathe through it and stuff like that. But I was talking to you earlier, and I'm like, to breathe through it, it makes me feel like, are you one of these crazy people?
No.
And then when I'm talking to myself and I'm like, calm down, Diamond, it makes my heart go faster. And I'm just like,
I don't know what it is.
it's
Because
good.
I don't know,
It's
like you
brutal.
said, you don't. No, I understand that. I feel like I always control my panic attacks.
Yes.
So like my brain goes and like, okay, we're calm. Just make sure you're breathing.
Yeah.
Just calm down. Just make sure you're in your seat. You can feel yourself. Don't worry about nobody else in the
Yeah.
room. Don't worry about nobody looking at you. Just get yourself together.
Yeah.
And I deal with it. And I feel like I said, it may be, but you're older, but it was just one peanut.
Yeah.
As well. But it's like, I'm the oldest, so I just.
That's
have to make
another
sure
thing.
it's-
I just feel like all of that, you see how you were saying like everything you do is by yourself. I don't really think that that's healthy.
But
That everything that you do is by yourself, because the other day I called myself like I was crying, and I know when I call my sister, I can't cry in front of my sister.
yeah.
I feel like even though my sister's grown with her own damn kid, I still can't be weak to my sister. I still have to be an example for my sister.
Well, me and
So I
me-
call her and start cranking up. She like, what is wrong with you? Like, you could clearly see I was crying. I'm like, girl, nothing. Where my mom? What y'all doing? Like, I cannot cry in front of my sister. I can't make myself look weak in front of my sister.
Yeah.
I'm the only one for her to look up to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
That don't make it okay.
Nene is probably my only person that I feel like Nene and my boyfriend are on the same level as knowing me.
Mm-hmm.
Like knowing who I am, seeing all my layers, like, and it's so crazy because they're both Sagittarius.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like God gave it to me in a way where I can still understand it because Nene is my only sibling. We have the same mother, same father. We share a room together.
Yeah.
I'm right here, she right here.
Right.
So it's like this is who I spend most of my days with. I can be sad around Nene, but I don't.
Yeah. I know I can be sad around Peanut.
I know, but I just don't.
I just don't.
If I gotta be like to the last,
to really
the
be sad
last drop
around
where I'm
her.
like, Nene, I need you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, and she's there, and she is very, she gives me, but like in a different version.
Yeah.
She's so much better than me.
That's decent.
I love it.
That's decent.
She has taken me and put her own sauce on it, and she ain't better than me. She's a better version than
Yeah.
I was at her age for sure.
Yeah. But that's decent. I don't know. I feel like it's tough. I don't know.
With coping, my coping mechanisms, I like to create. I'm a makeup artist, so I like, when I'm sad, I'm an artist. So I like to paint.
I think too.
Yeah, I like to, and I like
Draw,
abstract paintings. I just like to splatter the paint and like smear the paint and throw the paint and whatever I'm feeling, I like to paint. When I'm happy, I like to paint like sunsets and like the ocean and like the beach. That's my shit.
I just like challenges. I like to draw like stuff that I feel like I probably won't be able to,
Yeah.
and then come out with it, and then like paint it. I used to like going to the gun range, but I feel like that triggered my
I don't
anger.
like that.
I feel like I used to do that all the
the
time.
gun
I
range
love
makes
guns.
me feel dangerous, y'all.
I love the gun range so bad, but I feel like when I start feeling
That's when
like
I get
down.
anxiety.
Really, the gun range? Wow. When I feel down, I used to like going there, but I feel like it triggered something in my anger. Now I'm so angry.
It makes me so like, oh my God, this can kill a person, and I don't like it. It's like too much for me. Me personally, I don't like it. Like, and I've been there a couple times, and I go with my boyfriend, he'd be like, you be acting like you scared, because I am. I'm scared.
I don't know. I'm not scared.
I don't know. I like to journal. I journal a lot. I write dear nairs, and then I sign in loves and everything. So I write letters to myself.
That's decent.
Yeah, I've been doing that since I was a kid. That's another way I used to, like, instead of crying, I used to write in my journal. My mom read my journal before child. I was in there being crazy after. Where do I say read my journal? I wish I still had that journal now. Like, I be watching like old movies when they go back and read their diaries. And I'm like, I wish I had my stuff. I don't even know where it's at. But I don't know. And I like to be around my people. I like to be around my friends. That's like another coping. I smoke weed, but I smoke weed not because I'm sad. When I'm sad, I just smoke a little bit more.
Yeah. I can't, like I was saying, I'm not a functional smoker, so I can't smoke during the day. So during the daytime, if I'm feeling down, I don't know what to do. But at nighttime, I can, smoke it because I'm just going to go to sleep and everything will be fine. But
I don't like the weed. It's like, it make you feel,
weed?
like, it make you feel like, it's like a downer. So it's
You
like,
think so?
Yeah, if I'm smoking weed, I'm
It's
chilling.
the kind of weed you smoke.
Yeah, but you just said that too. You just said you be not pushing.
No, any weed, any type of high, anything, I can't do. Like, I can't smoke weed and go to work. I can't do it. It won't work for me. But
It helps me be creative, like especially when like with my
now I
songs.
can smoke weed and go paint and draw.
Mhm.
That's when my shit come out the best.
Yeah.
But I just can't. I don't know. So coping during the daytime, I guess it would be being around people because I can't be weak around people.
Yeah.
But that's literally just coping because as soon as they leave, you
Yeah,
feel
you feel it again.
terrible again. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like when you come out of your depression though, I feel like most people transition into a better version of themselves coming out of the depression. Like, you start understanding, like I said, you start understanding who you are. And sometimes being in a relationship just with your friends, being in a relationship with your significant other, you can lose sight of who you are in your dreams because now it's all these other people that's around and their idea may sound so good, and then you're like, okay, well we can do this, so let's move on this path, and you start forgetting the stuff that you want to do and the person that you are. And I feel like sometimes we need to tap back into who we are.
right.
Because everybody's an individual. This world is becoming too mimicky.
Yeah.
It's like imitation. What he say? Imitation isn't flattering. It's just annoying me. That's real shit. It's like if we all in a group, all of us should. Even if we all do the same thing, we all do it in a different way.
Right.
Like none of us is the same person. The twin shit, that shit is like. I feel like we grown people now, y'all.
Right.
Nobody's your twin.
Yeah.
Nobody's none of that. Just be your own self in the situation. People don't understand who they are, so when they come out of the depression, they still be trying to chase the mystery.
Right.
Go in and find yourself.
Kind of a downtime for me would just be like just a bounce back.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really put it into words to say what it would be like because, like I said, I've had little moments, but this is the first time where I felt like it was an actual traumatic downtime for me. So I don't really know what it feels like to come out of it yet. But I just feel like I feel the build up. Like, it's about to be crazier, bigger than it ever been.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like I'm going through like the butterfly phase right now.
okay.
Like I'm in my cocoon, it hasn't broken, and I haven't got my wings yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. That's a good, yeah, a great metaphor for it. So I'm actually glad that we talked about depression or downtime and all of that because it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes. I think
So that was
it mental health or suicide awareness? I think it's suicide awareness. Well, I guess
same shit.
okay.
One of them awarenesses.
Yeah.
Great month for that.
Yes. I feel like mental health, we need to get into mental health more, especially as Black people.
Yeah.
I feel like Black people, we don't, African American,
Yeah.
I feel like we don't, people think, oh, you're crazy, why are you going to a therapist? Why do you need to talk to
I was just
someone?
about to say that. A lot of people think that is like being crazy, going to a therapist.
Yeah, it's like-
it's not.
Sometimes, like Diamond, she don't want to talk to herself, so she can't give herself therapy. Sometimes you need someone to talk to, and it's not always, oh, I gotta sit on this long couch with my therapist. He got the glasses to my right and over.
The
Sometimes you
pillow
just have
laying
to,
back, like that's movie shit.
you can have your grandma. You can have
Yeah.
you have to have one person in your circle that is like therapy. You have to have that, and that's important for everybody in all relationships. It's like having a person to just check on your mental. It's so important. Like, I call my friends throughout the days and stuff. I'm just like, hey, how you feeling today? What's going on? Like, I'm that person. And I have friends like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Like, you have to call and check on your friends, guys. Seriously. Like, call and check on your people. Your cousins, your brothers, your mom, your dad. Call them.
Mm-hmm.
If you get in a spark to call them, call them. Because people go through things mentally that they just want to keep to themselves. And that's why we be losing a lot of our people.
Mm-hmm.
Because they feel like no one is there for them. Start calling your people.
You know what's crazy? You know how you mentioned like you have cats and stuff?
Yeah.
So Prince is like an emotional support dog, and I've been feeling so overwhelmed that I felt like I can't even deal with him right now.
Yeah.
So I sent him away for a little bit. And he's been away since Monday. Every day since Monday, like I was waking up not feeling. Yeah, and I just feel like I need my baby back.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I was being a little bit mean to him. Because he might be a little playful, but he's just trying to make me you know,
Yeah, feel
in the
better.
mood or feel better. And I used to be like, all right, like just pushing them and shit. Like, I'm
Like I
like
said,
that
you gotta
kind of
go
dog mom. Like,
Get yourself back to
yeah,
yourself.
so that you could be okay.
Without any distraction. That's how I feel like
Yeah.
cats are different than dogs.
Yeah.
My cats, they do have their times when they want to cuddle and stuff, but cats can go be in their own space.
Yeah.
When you're going through depression, they don't want to play. They're like trying to absorb all the energy. Like they just sit there with their eyes closed, they sit in their little loaf, and they just, I don't know. It's like a healing thing. And I have 2 cats, and they are complete opposites. But when I'm going through my phases where I'm just sad or I'm not feeling it right now, they come and they just love being around me.
Yeah.
They give me good support, and I feel like
I be feel like I wish Prince could talk because sometimes I be wanting to
But I
tell
can
him
hear
like
them.
you're being selfish to me.
um,
Like he'll come here and if my hand like that, he'll come put his head up under my hand
Yeah.
for me to rub him. Like I'm saying, I know
Rub
you feel
me.
it. Fuck out of here, rub me.
but they might feel like I'm fluffy, so rub me to make you feel better.
You know, you gotta go leave with that selfish shit. That's why I had to say it that way, but I miss my baby.
Yeah, I feel like pets are amazing. They do stuff for you, and you can talk to them like a baby. But I love them.
Uh-huh.
I love my cats. They are like I want to treat them for real.
Right. That's how I feel.
No relationship can come before my cats. I don't care about nothing.
I'm crying.
Seriously, like I don't know what I would do without them. They helped me through a lot of times when I was just by myself, and they know some secrets that don't nobody know, and they ain't gonna tell nobody.
Period.
Cause we got trust and communication.
Period. I know that's right. So your vulnerabilities, but you can't.
They
Because they in your house.
They know the most. We got our own room.
I'm crying.
Are you?
So we're gonna close it out.
Are you understanding?
I'm gonna close it out with first thanking NAIR for coming and getting me out of my funk
Yes.
to be able to give y'all
This
episode 7.
This magic conversation
Yeah.
about relationship and depression and getting yourself
Because
back
I
on your
honestly
words.
feel a lot better. Even
Getting
from-
yourself back on your words.
This is true.
You gotta get back on your words. Sometimes you park your words and you go sit by the beach. Get your ass back up on your words. Get some new boots. Sometimes
Listen, one thing about her, she always got a metaphor.
I don't care. Y'all be seeing it too. I know what be going on.
So y'all can definitely look forward to episode 8 next week.
Period.
I'm back on it. I'm not gonna stop. And thank you.
You're welcome.
I love y'all.
Thanks for
I'm
watching,
signing
y'all.
out. Thanks for watching.